Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope you guys are doing absolutely amazing. This is your boy Case coming at you guys again with another video on Tower of Fantasy. Today I wanted to talk about just a little bit of things that you guys might not be aware of. Currently CN version is out. It has been out for quite a while now, and they are much further along than obviously the global, because the global is getting ready to launch here in a couple of weeks. But I wanted to just kind of get you guys fully prepared and fully get you guys under the right mindset on how to really approach this game and what to fully expect moving forward. Because for me, I was super excited to get into Tower of Fantasy, and I was so super hyped about this game. But I can even say, though, after playing the game for quite a while now, the journey of what it looks like playing Tower of Fantasy long term was not what I had actually expected. And the thing I actually kind of wanted to talk about here today is I actually wanted to talk about the idea of power creeping. So in Tower of Fantasy, what you guys will kind of notice is that as each new update comes along, all of the characters in this game are super unique, are super, flexible in their own ways. But the one thing that I did notice is that similar to most gacha games that have this kind of character-based gacha routine, certain characters tend to kind of get phased out. And it's not that they are not viable, it's just that as more characters are being introduced, more characters are becoming, we're starting to see that, especially in Tower of Fantasy 2.0, that a lot of the characters are really freaking good, and their abilities and their uniqueness is unlike any other that was introduced prior before them. So when I started to think about this and I started really like paying attention to what's kind of happening, I started to notice that in version 2.0 especially, I was like, man, all these great characters are coming out, but it's amazing to me how I don't see certain characters anymore. Like, I don't see King anymore. Like, I don't see Samir anymore. I don't see Meryl anymore. All I really ever encounter and all I ever see nowadays in version 2.0 is the 2.0 characters. Now one can argue that, hey, they're the latest characters, of course they're going to use them. But it's very similar to kind of the Genshin Impact kind of scenario where, when the game first released, the Dilucs, Diluc was the most popular character. Now you can hardly ever find a Diluc main in freaking Tower of Fantasy. I mean, not Tower of Fantasy, in Genshin Impact. That's kind of what I'm saying. And as you will kind of start to see that, certain characters are just better. They provide more value to the player. They provide more value to comps. So where does these characters kind of fall? So if they're not going to be as good as the new characters, what kind of place does these characters kind of fall into? And here's what ends up happening. Most of the characters that are in version 1.0 they're gonna be utilized for very specific, unique comps. Having the units is gonna be very, very good thing. Because as more characters are starting to come out, what we're starting to find is that characters who might not have had a viable comp for them to be utilized fully, someone similar to like Claudia. Claudia is a physical DPS in Tower of Fantasy, but for a very, very long time, she did not have any relevancy because there was not a comp that really was suitable for her playstyle and her abilities. So for a very, very long time, she was just kind of really put in the shadows, and no one really played as her. And because she just was not viable. There was too many comps in the game that was much better than her. And unless you're one of those people who just are like die-hard character loyalists, those are the only people who will really be playing that character. So as you guys are progressing in Tower of Fantasy, you guys will start to notice that certain characters will start to fall a little bit into the back burners, and the only time that you will start to utilize them is when more characters are being introduced and they are suitable for that comp to help maximize that unit's specific abilities. So hopefully you guys are made aware. Hopefully that information is valuable to you. I promise you guys, this is going to be a great journey. I'm going to be putting more and more information out there for you guys to be, really kind of get your mind thinking about things. And one thing if I do want to add in here is just that when it comes to characters, for me, I'm just going to kind of state my own opinion. Coming from 2.0, I'll just share this with you guys. It's very, very hard for me to kind of want to pull for any of the version 1.0 characters. And the reason for that is just because, yes, I've been kind of spoiled and I've seen what's ahead, but me knowing what the journey actually looks like and for certain characters, it really discourages me as a player to want to pull for those characters. This is why in the Discord they don't really like you to spoil things. This is why they don't want you to see what's ahead, because when you do stuff like this, and you put this information out there, it does discourage other players from wanting to pull those characters as well, because they want to get the maximum value out of their investment as well. So hopefully hopefully this information has been extremely valuable to you guys. Hopefully you guys got a lot of benefit out of it. As always, guys, this is your boy Kays. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.